For every new tower that rises into the city skyline, a piece of history fades a little deeper into the brick. Weathered remnants of another time, the fading fingerprints of the past upon which the future has been built. Ghost signs.
Ghost signs are old hand-painted advertisements that were typically painted on brick buildings. They often were painted over as business would change, and so as time goes on, the older signs kind of come back out, leaving a ghostly past of what business used to be there.
They disappear almost unnoticed, but one tucked into the city's west end sparked the curiosity of Brian Egdahl. He has a direct view from his desk, and he would often wonder what was behind the barely visible letters.
The F's look like E's, E's look like F's, sort of like a faded artifact. One day I was sitting at the desk looking across the alley. You could see the Holt & Bugby sign. We just did a routine Google search, and it was interesting to find out that one of them was still operating in business.
So Brian found Ben Pierce, head of the Holt & Bugby Foundation. Well, first, he found Doug.
We had a segment air on by Doug Meehan, and Brian saw it, and he put it two and two together that the Holt & Bugby was still around, and it was the ghost sign that was across the street from his apartment.
Welcome to Holt & Bugby, creating some of the most desired hardwood lumber in all of the U.S.
Back to Ben. He represents the sixth generation of family leadership at Holt & Bugby, a lumber manufacturer and distributor based in Tewksbury.
We celebrated our 200-year anniversary last year. It's just surreal to think about. It's pretty unusual to do manufacturing in the United States, and even more unusual to do it in Massachusetts, so the fact that we're still plugging along.
Brian and Ben would bring together funding from the Holt & Bugby Foundation, the company's charitable arm, and they brought in Sebastian Belfanti, executive director of the West End Museum.
Pulling something like this together is really complicated. Brian, voiced interest, wanted to kind of do some of the legwork for it. I said, you're not going to be able to get the permits. We found out that you don't need any permits for a ghost sign because technically it's already a permitted sign.
But who could bring the sign back to life? Turns out, two brothers from Albemarle, North Carolina.
We were actually at a coffee shop one day responding to emails. He was like, we have something from Boston. And I was like, well, that's cool.
Eli and Jack Williams, whose expertise in ghost sign restoration traces back to high school in 2015, had unexpectedly turned an early passion into a career.
Each student had to do a senior project. So he came up with the idea to restore this Pepsi sign, and then our mom kind of made the joke that, one day y'all could be sign painters, kind of laughed it off, and then a few years later kind of just came back to it for some side money and while we were in school, and kind of just went from there.
Growing into a portfolio of major mural and sign projects, Boston is among the largest ghost sign in their portfolio to date.
Each one kind of has their own battles. This one was in great condition to where we came. We took HD pictures of everything, went in, did designs. You pretty much just map out where the old letters used to be. The wall had already been repointed and taken care of in that sense. So we just came back, got up there, we draw our letters back, we prime over it with masonry primer that's breathable for brick, and then we go over it with our paint and then kind of just start rebuilding it like that.
Far from a stencil project, each letter was hand-painted over 18 days, from 6 stories up.
So we use color palettes from the time period, and we also get up on the lift and examine the wall. A lot of times you can get paint pigment that gets kind of stuck in the cracks of bricks and the mortar, and you kind of pull from that.
A true testament to the power of partnership, persistence, and craft.
So the fact that they completed it in 3 weeks, and the neighbors were unbelievable, and Brian was a great host to us, it's incredible.
One brushstroke at a time, a story from the past re-emerged.
The original sign ended up there just because this neighborhood was big on manufacturing furniture out of wood. So we were advertising to those people.
It's a museum without walls. In an outdoor setting, it's live history.
And in this case, a story still writing the next chapter. Curious, though.
Have you been paying for this for 200 years?
No. Building's been very nice. It's grandfathered in.
Nicole says Ben and Holt and Bugbee didn't even realize the ghost sign existed until a few years ago. He was actually on a duck tour when another passenger spotted it and pointed it out to him. That was before the restoration effort, of course. And as for the company's remarkable longevity, Holt and Bugbee is the only company featured on the sign that is still in business today.